Okay, hello and welcome everybody to the show. We got Division 6 up first here tonight, a doubleheader. And we are going to see the likes of Crypto, Javon, and Dylan playing here on the Red Alliance versus Trevor, Anshul, and Digital Fire. There is a prediction in chat.
Alrighty, should be quite exciting for today, that's for sure. Although, is there ever a division week where it isn't exciting?
Definitely not. All of our divisions are fun and a ball of entertainment.
That's for sure. So what are we thinking for today? Any standouts looking to get into Division 5 today? Maybe even Division 4, perhaps?
I am going to say probably Digital Fire is going to be promoting.
I can see that. He's been definitely doing quite well in the ranked queues. I haven't been following his ladder run too much, but I've definitely seen the ranked queue, and he's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, and maybe picked up some new things that might help him recently.
We will have to see. That is for sure. This will definitely be very, very exciting as we see a bumper grab already happening before we even actually begin the show. Off to a good start.
Yep, absolutely. All right, let me just quickly check on something real quick.
This reminds me of my first time playing shooter in multiplayer earlier. And within like 30 seconds of the match starting, I was already getting bumper grabbed.
Amazing. All right, here we go. Match number 1.
Woohoo!
Gonna
Long road
get
ahead of
started.
us today. All right. Let's see what the two teams come up with during the autonomous pyramid. I keep saying pyramid, and this is a problem now.
So whoever, you score 30 points if you're able to create a pyramid with all 3 robots on the field. Yeah.
Oh
All right. Looks
no!
like a red autonomous lead, or I guess autonomous point scoring or time period
Autonomous
lead.
TM, as I
Yeah.
call it. And oh, the hub getting very close to jamming, but it's just gonna get I had a word for it at one point, but it's gonna get blocked up for a little bit there. Clogged. I think that's the correct word there. It's
Yeah.
not quite jammed. So Red Alliance gonna hold
Moderately,
on to that lead.
moderately disrupted. Let's say.
Yeah, that's a good
Uh,
way of putting it.
Javon and Anshul kind of going at it there.
Actually, we did not happen to comment on this, but Javon rocking the only mini drone of this division, so we'll see how the addition of a mini drone shapes up this division. There are definitely not many mini drone players. I think there's 5 on the ladder that I can count as of
Yeah,
right now.
definitely not main mini drone players. I think there's a lot of people that can, of course, play it, but they choose to
Logan.
play other things. And yeah, red looking pretty strong so far.
Starting to run away with this game. You definitely feel good when you start noticing that you're at least like about 15 or like 16 points up. It's a pretty good point margin to be at. Red, however, not getting any scoring, and Blue's going to even this up. Right as I say that, Crypto says, hey, 3-ball cycle time. So thank
Yep,
you for shutting me up,
absolutely.
Crypto.
Interestingly, Anshil and Javon have basically scored nothing.
Oh, Crypto needs to be very careful here. We're getting very dangerously close to endgame. Thankfully, only gets out of that encounter with just a 4-point foul. That was definitely a Monka W moment, as we would say.
Yeah, exactly.
And speaking of Monka W, looks like Trevor misses a 3-ball barrage there, just all of the shots going wide, and that could be pretty disastrous with how close the score is. Both teams starting to go for their climbs. Digital, ooh, swinging a little hard, but Red hasn't even really gotten up. This is getting very close.
Yeah, looks like
Digital is
Red's
just
got this
stuck.
though.
Ah, tragedy for Digital over there, but Red Alliance really choking the climbs. I mean, you can kind of see Javon hanging on there somehow in that mess. Um, but they managed to win. They had a much better, they slightly better auto period, but a much better teleop from them, making up for the accidental foul and the disastrous end game for them. And we can actually see here, look at the points from who is that? Dylan, I believe. If that is who
Uh,
Dilt Hang
yep,
is.
yep. Dylan 78, match MVP, really carrying that Red Alliance pretty strongly here.
Interestingly enough, Javon and Onshil combined 30 points together, going, I assume, super hard on the defensive side of things. Um,
Yeah, they basically just play defense against each other. It was kind of an interesting thing. They there's basically no bumping or meaningful bumps in this game. It's just that both the defenders kind of in the corner beating each other up and not really affecting the score too much.
yeah. And unfortunately, the Blue Alliance, while Trevor ended up looks like beating out Crypto in the scoring department, Dylan just had Digital's number there. And that's a big reason why they pulled ahead. And Javon also still scoring double the points of Onchill. But as we've all learned, I'm sure, going into this fourth week, the first match does not mean much.
Yeah, exactly. It's just one match. Everybody's kind of getting warmed up. Everybody's figuring out exactly what's going to go on, and there's
Managing
lots
the
of
lag.
time to affect the rankings and the scores.
Yep. I would know from personal experience after going 0-4 and managing to avoid demotion in Division 2, and then starting 3-0, and then ending with the same score line,
Yeah, it's you're
it's
never
a brutal
safe.
world.
You're never safe, and the only thing that will happen is, the more matches you play, the more the gaps will show. The true gaps will
Indeed.
show, and the luck will matter less. Okay,
True is
looks like
that.
we're good for match number 2, so we will get that one started.
We've got Trevor and Crypto swapping places, so we'll see how that shifts up the uh, game here. So we get into the auto TM pyramid. Oh my god!
Pyramid. Let's go.
It's doomed.
Uh,
Oh no.
would help if
Alright,
we had the
it's fine.
scores. There we
About
go.
as doomed as the scoreboard. Not literally, just, Anyways, Red coming out with a slight advantage coming out of the auto period. I caught myself that
There
time.
we
We did it.
go. All right, so we see Javon on defense, Anshul on defense. Looks like
Yep,
they don't
Javon's
appear
gonna.
to be playing
Ooh.
defense on each other this match, so maybe we'll see some bumps.
Yep.
And
We're
look at
gonna
that,
see.
Anshul doing a great job there on Dylan, preventing 3 shots from coming in. Blue narrowing the gap, but
Ooh, two shots going just into the air for digital.
yeah,
Curiously enough, I'm seeing a lot of tarmac shots here from both alliances. These teams are going for, or these players rather, are going for more tarmac shots. It's pretty greedy. Gonna be honest. All it takes is like one stray bump from anyone, even your own partner, and whoop, there go every single shot in your
yeah,
robot.
absolutely.
There's a
Though
reason in high levels we see fender shots. Oh, Javon narrowly dodging a foul there. Good play
now,
as Onshil
oh,
chucks a
that
couple
was an
out of the field.
interesting reset. I'm not sure exactly what the scenario
Ooh,
was there, but Dylan resetting
probably
out of Crypto's grasp.
may have to take a look afterwards for our ref.
Great defense there from Javon on Crypto. Really disrupted a lot of the shots a couple seconds back.
Yep. Honcho and Javon getting tangled up once more. Javon doing a pretty good job of dodging that launch pad there. Thankfully, one of the great parts about the mini drone, it's a lot harder to foul it, and we are getting into the end game here. We've got a bit of a tangle between Dylan and Crypto, as Dylan is attempting to stop Crypto from doing anything, and this match is very close.
Yep.
Javon doing a pretty solid job there of slowing down Crypto. Crypto's not even going to bother. Digital going for the climb redemption right now. Let's see. And there we
Absolutely
go.
nails it.
Digital's up. But all of the red robots are up as well. And time expires in, wow, that was incredibly close.
Yep. This match is going to be under review. Just going to take a quick look, I assume, at that reset, making sure that nothing crazy happened there.
Yeah. And from my eyes there, from what I saw from Digital, it looks like Digital is using what we were actually discussing earlier today, not too long ago, the FRC shooter macro climb. At least from
Mm-hmm.
my point of view, that's what it looked like it was there. And I don't know if it failed the first time, but it seemed to work pretty well on that second attempt
I
there.
believe it,
It's
it
kind of
did.
been
It
up.
only got a high the first
The
time,
first
which
time, yeah,
honestly,
definitely bugged out a bit.
it's not too bad, to be honest, for
Yeah.
this level. I think,
Puts a
yeah,
lot of, or rather takes a lot of pressure off. I think that can be a
yeah,
big element that may not be considered by some is that the amount of pressure to properly execute the buttons is high.
yeah,
Um, it's kind of like in music. One of the main things with music when you're practicing to play a piece is it's not like you're trying to always play it to perfection. It's that you're practicing it enough that when it matters, you don't mess it up, you know? For that one moment, it's very critical.
yep,
And so that's kind of all the training's for, pretty much.
exactly. Match still under review here, folks, so just bear with us while we work this out.
Do we have any backflipping bulldogs today?
No backflipping bulldogs.
Unfortunate.
Yep.
Have to wait for another day. I still remember the I think we had a match review for one of the streams that absolutely broke Tegan.
Yes. Yes.
The amazing teaser of Hot 67.
Yep. So, what could be on the line is 8 points, unless there's something more major. Now, 8 points wouldn't swing the match.
Do we know who it was who reset?
I believe it was Dylan and Crypto. So Dylan doing the resetting, Crypto
Ooh.
involved.
If that's not a legal reset, that could be pretty rough for the Blue Alliance, or rather the Red Alliance, sorry. As that would tie up this match dead even.
Yeah.
Better than losing though, that's for sure.
True. 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 True.
I felt the pain of that one yesterday. Oh man. You're ahead by 5 points, and then the
Oh.
ruling happens, and suddenly you're behind by like 30.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
So, there was an illegal reset
Oof.
by Crypto that was deemed to be illegal. Still at
By
wheels,
Crypto
or not? Well, Crypto's the one who reset.
on blue.
Ugh, one sec. Sorry, Dilthang, not Crypto. One moment. Sorry.
Let's get it right this year.
Sorry, names. I saw that the reset was illegal. I didn't. Yeah, Dilthang is the one who resets. So Red Alliance does a reset that is illegal at about the 1 minute mark. So that's going to be 8 points assigned to the Blue Alliance, which is not going to be match affecting. Except it
I
is
mean,
because
it
I
is
can't do
match
math.
affecting.
Like I can't. I can't
Oh,
do
dear.
math.
Crypto, Dylan, match affecting, not match affecting. You know, same
Tie.
thing. Who
It's
cares?
a
Same.
tie. It's a tie. I'm sorry. It's a tie. It's a tie.
That it
Wow,
is.
that is unfortunate for the Red Alliance. Thought they
Yeah.
had that one locked up, but yeah, looks like you
It's a
might have
good lesson.
a question box to deal with taken potentially.
Yes, I will go deal with that, and I will be back.
Yeah.
Definitely a A good lesson though. Don't be too afraid to reset if you think it'll be more damaging to stay in a position, but don't be too trigger happy with it. That's for sure. We've seen quite a few resets recently uh hit the illegal maneuver essentially. So, but we have also seen players being hesitant to
Oh,
reset when they're very clearly stuck in the ground.
yeah, yeah, true.
So, don't be too afraid, but, don't be trigger happy. That's about it.
Exactly.
Feature exists for a reason. Beware of flying robots.
Well, it does appear that the server completely died.
Oh, well,
Um,
off to a good start.
Let me log into the server management system and see what's going on.
We're gonna
Oh
have a bit
man.
more of a delay here, folks.
Yeah, isn't that just plain exciting?
Very much so. Especially when you consider that there's another division that's supposed to happen in right after this one.
Yeah.
Um, which is highly unfortunate. But not a stranger to delays. Delays happen all the time. Anybody who's ever been to an FRC event in person definitely knows a lot. Things get delayed for many, many different reasons. Nothing is exempt from the delays. While we wait for that, I can take a look here at the standings with the tie popping up here. Javon, Dylan, and Crypto will be tied for first here. I believe that means nothing changed after the first game since it was a tie and the first went to red. So, yeah, the same players are just gonna stay at the same spot since the second match was a tie. So that is in fact how math math works. Took me a little too long to think about that. All
Yep.
right, I have returned, and it seems with quite good timing.
Yeah, absolutely impeccable. We are just literally starting match number 3.
Perfect. Not so perfect. Water down a wrong pipe, and now I'm coughing a
Oh
bit.
no.
But looks like red is not of the choking variety here as they land every shot. Right as I say that, red suffers a bounce out, which is highly unfortunate. And blue's going to take a slight advantage thanks to that bounce out there.
Yep, absolutely.
This is the first time I think in the 3 games that we've seen blue with an advantage, and it's still pretty close for now. This has definitely, I think, been the closest so far. And right as I say that, one of the Blue Alliance members didn't quite catch who it was. Missed a couple shots there. And
Ooh,
speaking
good
of that,
bump.
another two
Yeah.
going out. Looks like a bump played a part in that one. Perhaps the first one too.
Oh.
And oh, Crypto getting tagged by Javon. Javon dodging these launch pads and getting them for his own team. Some great stuff, that's for sure.
Yeah, also interestingly, it seems Anchil has transitioned into an offensive role, no longer just playing defense. And Javon's still sticking with
Javon
the
too.
defense primarily, but is
Javon
cycling
is
in a little bit.
currently cycling. I'm not sure why the word cycling escaped my mind. I've been saying like shots, barrage, but I just, when I'm commentating, it's just
Oh,
like
look
I
at
totally
that.
forget. Speaking of
Wow.
cycles, there goes a 3 ball, only one making it in. But when you get nudged that heavily, I think you're pretty happy that one makes it in. As 5 shots come in for the Red Alliance from 2 different robots. Blue answering a couple back, but just as much as I was saying that this is looking, better for blue, and red has started to run away with
Oh,
it. Right as I
you
say that.
literally just cast your drink. Oh, again. Oh my. And now
Oh
it's
my
tied.
goodness. So Dylan heard my words and gets a launch pad foul and a possession foul, and now this game is all tied up. Thank you. We actually have a close game now. Crypto's going to land a 3 ball in. We need to see some climbs coming in. 18 seconds left. Trevor, Digital, Dylan, all going up. Javon Onshell are still cycling. Crypto's now going up, but may have bumped his partner, and that could be pretty disastrous.
Oh, a fall from
Ooh, they're
red.
not getting up. Nobody's getting up. This is a pure disaster. What is going on in the blue hangar? And
Man,
yet, it's theirs to take for now, as Dylan falls off afterwards, not really meaning much, but whew, that, oh.
looks like nobody could climb in this match. Nobody catching a break. There's just
When we talk
collisions,
about,
collisions in
yeah,
both hangars, causing falls and tangling of robots. So, wow.
just really, really rough. And unfortunately, digital is definitely not out. Also speaking from personal experience, I have promoted after going 0-2 with a tie. So I believe in the digital supremacy here.
Yeah, I think the important thing
So
to note too is that all the matches have been extremely close.
very much so.
And the other big thing is Digital Fire is actually a promoter, I believe, from
Check
D7.
the sheets. Let's see. Uh, our weekly results. Where is digital located? Digital started our journey off in Division 6. Almost, or I was about to say almost, but Puzzle has a pretty big lead on that week. Stays in Division
So it
6.
looks like
Did
he's been at the
promote to Division
bottom of
5.
D6 the entire time.
Looks like he promoted once
Oh, he
to
promoted
Division
once.
5
Yep, you're right.
and then went back down and then has stayed in Division 6 since. So,
Near the bottom, however. So,
digital resident Division 6 enjoyer.
yep, absolutely lovely.
We'll
All
definitely
right.
want to get into the top 5 after we've had the info announced about the Ladder Championship with the top 5
Yes.
divisions getting invited. Now, it's pretty much a guarantee that we will see a few declines. There's already been some chatting about that, just availability unfortunately not lining up for a few players that are currently in the seat to qualify. But,
You still want to be
these
as high
last
as
2
you can.
weeks, yeah, exactly. These last 2 weeks are going to be very, very important for sure. Speaking
Okay.
of which, do we
Just waiting
have...
on
We're
digital,
missing
looks like.
one. Should see digital soon, hopefully, is the goal.
People asleep at the wheel. Only 10 power cells. SMH. Okay, looks like we got everybody now. Oh,
Ta-da!
we have a
Although we have
request for something.
a weird balance of players currently in the two alliances calls. Okay. Things have evened out now, it appears. We're now no, we're not missing a red robot. We have 3 red robots. Perfect. Do so believe we are just about ready to start this match from what it looks like. And
Yep,
speaking of which, my timings are always impeccable, it seems.
absolutely.
For better or for worse. Gonna see the auto period start off here. Plenty of shots making it in. That blue barrage of 3 balls looked very odd, but all 3 made it in. So, hey, we take those. Just like my Bulldogs run where I somehow went sideways, but still hit a traversal. Don't ask, I don't know how. But
It
speaking
counts, it
of this
counts.
game,
Oh,
exactly. And speaking of it counts, Dylan getting another launch pad foul, unfortunately. He needs to be a little more careful in these future games around that launch pad. Digital, ooh, managing to sneak a 3 ball. Nope, sorry, 2 ball. My bad.
still very good though under the defense there.
Absolutely. Managed to just sneak it in between 2 different robots. You're always happy. 4 ball cycle goes a little wide there. 1 ball bouncing out. But when you fire a 4 and you get 3, you're pretty happy. That's for sure. So, Crypto needs to be careful.
Oof.
Nope, Crypto did not realize the danger that he was in fast enough. Javon taking full advantage of that. And Crypto still not recognizing the danger that he's in and getting bumped out of a 3-ball cycle, only managing to hold on to one, but finally manages to get the others in. But even with all that going on, it's still blue favored. Not by much, but this is now, dare I say the words, blue favored going into 1 minute. This is new.
Yep.
Anshul narrowly getting, or narrowly avoiding a launch pad foul, not quite getting a bounce out from Crypto there. Could mean a lot, but blue is still widening the gap here. Seeing Javon trying to slow down Crypto here. I think it's going to work pretty effectively here. Only going to get 2 balls in. 5 for the Blue Lions. Pretty big here. Javon is really trying to slow them down.
20
There's
point
too
lead
many
though,
blue
nearly.
robots. We are now getting into the end game. Woo! I hope you enjoyed my apt impression of the whatever it is. I don't actually know what it's called. The whistle? Something like that. I don't know. We got 16 seconds left now. We got 4 robots in the hangar, as per usual. Anshul going for a heavy swing on the climb. Looks like Digital initiating the macro beep boop beep up on the traversal.
Yep, and we gotta just hold on. Red Alliance trying to get up.
Oh,
It's a tie again!
oh,
Oh my
beautiful.
god.
Red Alliance just barely getting 2 extra robots up. It looks like Dylan might have briefly, looks like Dylan briefly made it up, I think, to the high. No. Sorry. Looks like we had 2 mid rungs, a last second mid from Javon, I believe it was, making the difference to tie up a second match.
Man, you can
This
barely
is
separate the players here in this division.
absolutely. This definitely came down very close. You can see here, slight lead in auto, slight lead in teleop. The end game just wasn't enough. One of the hard parts when you're running 3 shooters, the first 2 shooters are usually pretty easy to climb, but when you're that third shooter, it can be hard to climb. We see a lot of them like opting for quick low run climbs, which can be awkward. You have to like go sideways to hit it, and sometimes it doesn't quite work. And meanwhile, for the Red Alliance, with Javon on the Red Alliance, actually every single match, you're pretty much always guaranteed that you're going to get a mid climb in there pretty easily. It's what the robot's built for. And we're definitely seeing the meta as well a lot, shifting a little more towards utilizing 1 mini drone and 2 shooters. Although it is perfectly viable to play 3 mini drones. Although I think this division has been only red wins so far,
Yeah.
which perhaps
I mean, there's
counterbalances
only
my
been 2
statement.
wins, so, I mean, there haven't been that
That's true.
small
It has
sample
been
size
very
here.
close. We'll have to see how things pan out as the matches get evened out more. Of course, there's one thing to account for, and that's the way the formatting works. The first game you start with has the first, second, and third seeds versus the fourth, fifth, and sixth seeds. And oftentimes it will be more advantageous to the Red Alliance to begin with. We definitely did not see that yesterday, where things got all out of whack in Division 2. But generally speaking, those first few matches will often go to the Red Alliance, and as time goes on, there's a good chance they end up going to the Blue Alliance. But the fun of the ladder is that you have no idea.
Yep.
You know? It's really, really interesting to see how things will go. How many robots we got in here? We're waiting on Digital once more.
Yep. Reminder that we do have another division behind us, so if we can
Chop
keep
chop.
things moving, that would be highly appreciated.
We've got Dylan doing some spins with Climber up here.
Yep.
Has opted to stop spinning, perhaps got a little dizzy there. Understandably so. Do robots get dizzy? Is that like canon now?
I don't think so.
Oh, Dylan's going for more spins, so you heard it here, folks. You heard it here, folks, first. Oh,
Amazing.
man. 10 out of 10. I believe Digital has shown up. Woohoo!
All right.
Got more spins, which will kick off our next match with even more spins. Look at them all spin. Spinning all around. Let's see if this match makes our head spin and see a third tie in 5 matches. That would be quite impressive. Red
Yeah.
sinking in 7 balls, it looked like there. Really good. Um,
Blue as well, getting some bounce backs. Another shot
ooh,
in. Another. Looks like
Red's got a couple
red
bounce backs.
dominant.
Oh,
It
one
is
more for Red. That's going to help a
very,
lot.
very good auto there from Red Alliance. Now we're already at
Yeah.
50 to 45. Very high scoring actually for both sides this
It
early
looks
on.
like Blue Alliance had it looks like a low shot.
Yeah, they scored
A
a low
low
goal.
hub into another low, like in auto, it looked like they scored a low hub shot and then they scored a second one right out of auto.
Dang.
So,
Yeah, it looks like that
seeing
might have
some
been
defense.
Dylan with the odd number. And
Yep,
1 point game.
very, very close. Digital doing a pretty good job there of wasting a little bit of Javon's time being like, am I going to shoot? Am I going to sit on the launch pad? Who knows? Javon moves on. Digital's like, all right, here we go.
But the good thing about this low goal is that means it's a lot less likely that we're going to see a tie.
Yeah, that's for sure. Now, never say never. You never have an idea of
Only
what's going to
less
happen.
likely. Only less
Ooh,
likely.
unfortunate bump there from Trevor. Barely nudges Crypto, and one of the shots ends up bouncing out. Not end of the world, but not optimal when you were already behind to have a bounce out courtesy of your own teammate. But it happens to the best of us, that's for sure. Can't have eyes in the back of your head or robot camera. I don't know, something like that. Either way, Blue Alliance is keeping up a lead here. The margin is not very big. We're getting very close to endgame. Crypto says, it's my time to shine, hits a 3-ball cycle while Blue gets another bounce out. And just like that, things have evened out.
Oh,
A
two
Blue,
crucial
2 more
misses.
shots going wide. We are now in the endgame. Blue has to keep cycling because, oh my goodness, Red with a 5-ball barrage there. They have to keep cycling. They don't have an option. And a
Here come
nice bump from
climbs.
Javon is going to knock Dylan's shot off. 4 robots are in the hangar. They're going for the climb. Digital has initiated the climb sequence. Both blue robots are up.
Uh,
One red robot's up. Trevor is trying but can't quite make it. So close. But as time expires, it is a 10-point lead to the Red Alliance.
yeah,
You can
absolutely.
see endgame in favor of the Blue Alliance. They managed to get that second traversal where Trevor was having a few issues getting up, finishing that climb, but a high climb still worth 10, and that's more than enough. Red Alliance with the advantage in auto and teleop, running away with the game. It looks like Crypto with our match MVP there, getting the traversal rung on top of a very nice amount of cargo being scored. And speaking of Crypto's currently first with only 3 wins because we've had a few interesting matches so far. But 5 matches in, Crypto's currently the one on top.
Yeah, all of them have been extremely close, though. I think that's our second biggest margin there, 10 points. The first one was 150 to 131, where
Yep. And looking at the scores here as well, we're looking at second ranked Javon coming up very close to Crypto, and Javon has been pretty what is it? Pretty hard on the defense. You can see Javon's scores individually are not that high, but he's been contributing a lot. I saw like a nice little bump there at the end to dislodge one of the blue ball shots that they really needed to get in. Um, and I think this is further proof, playing some good defense can be a big boon. We saw it yesterday with Rob as well. Rob playing a huge amount of defense and coming out on top, and Javon's looking to do the same, but this time mini drone style.
all right, just waiting on
Not digital.
not digital, Javon. Who are we missing?
Uh, Dylan. We are missing Dylan. And speaking of Dylan, there's Dylan. Just spawned in. Hello.
All right, looks like they're good to go, so we're gonna get this match underway.
Match number 6 on way. On way? Way on? I don't know. We're going to see things get started here. 2 from red, 2 from blue, 4 from blue. Oh, red bounce out. 2 red bounce outs. That's going to be really rough to recover from. 2 bounce outs and autos is a -8 point margin, and blue scoring even more. Let's see what the final score tallies up to being. 40 to
Yeah,
34. Looks like we might have
gonna
had a road
recover.
goal.
Gonna recover pretty even out of autonomous. Actually, pretty quick shooting into teleop. Crypto,
Yep,
nice three
very
ball.
good. Crypto's been very, very solid, landing a lot of 3-ball cycles and showing why Crypto's the one on top currently. Trevor is trying to dodge some defense, manages to get 2 balls in despite Javon's best efforts there. This game is looking very even. Blue's going to get another 2 balls in. Javon trying to push himself against the wall
Ooh,
there. Ooh, Anshul getting tagged by Crypto on the launch pad. Not what you want to see. And is now getting bullied by Javon. Has to
oh
shoot one of the balls.
no.
Oh, Dylan grabs a launch pad, unfortunately,
Get back
courtesy of
though.
Javon. But Crypto gets stuck in the blue hanger, gifts one back. That is now only a 4 penalty point lead for the Red Alliance, and blue has suddenly gone up ahead, and Javon almost gets beached on a red ball. That would have been really rough. Resettable, but definitely a waste of time, that's for sure. We're definitely seeing a lot of frantic movements. Red ball getting bumped out of the field. Oh, we're seeing a a low hub shot going in there. It's going to get processed for Trevor, it looks like. Oh, 3-ball barrage, though, from Dylan. Unfortunately, goes a little too up and doesn't go forwards. And another 2 balls just going wide. That's a lot of shots going wide, that's for sure. And suddenly this match looks a lot more even as we get down to the end game. Choo choo. Get to your end game positions. Javon with another good bump on Dylan's going to cause multiple shots to miss. Oh my goodness, I just saw 3 in a row from different robots. Dylan missing another 2. We're down to 15 seconds. Dylan is trying to play climb defense, it looks like. Does not quite get the target he wants. Javon is now going to try and stop him as well. Manages to sneak 2 more in. Is going to go for. Oh, this
Oh
could be
my.
so
No, wait.
close.
Okay. Wait. Oh,
Oh, oh,
what?
what?
What? What a roller coaster there. What the hell?
Oh my. Oh, so close at the very, very last second. The score looks like it was going to be a tie, and then it went to red, and then suddenly it's blues out of nowhere. I think maybe Javon hit the ground. I think Javon suffered from the mini drone curse there.
Yeah, it could be.
Swinging
Look
a
at
little
the.
too hard. Let's see.
Yep.
Yeah,
No
it looks
climb for
like that was
Javon.
what. Wow, a last second traversal for blue on top of Javon's climb failing. That's all it takes sometimes. You know? It's I was so close, just like every other match we've seen so far. And that is going to bring down Crypto to 3-1, but it's still going to have the top position here thanks to a total points margin of 976, highest in the division.
That match has to be like one of the most insane endings
Oh
we've
my
seen.
goodness.
I want to see those clips there. Where's the clip farmers? Hello?
I would say the only thing that was more insane was I think it was match 1 or 2, the climber chaos. Whatever happened there, I've
Yes,
not seen
right.
that
Yep.
bad of a climber sequence of choke.
Everybody just choked. Yep. Yeah.
That was like a record amount of climb fails in a small period of time. Um, and sometimes it just pans out that way. So we are now over the halfway point, and nobody's quite taken this division yet. Crypto with the wrong hood angle there. Um, we are not quite definitive on who's going to win this because unlike a lot of other divisions, because there's been 2 ties, there's only 4 wins or losses on the board. And that's not many. So everything can swing so fast. Even when no match is a tie, we've seen how quickly these scores can swing with just one win or loss going one way or another. So nobody's in and nobody's out yet. I think that's the most definitive thing we can say right now.
Yeah. And the total point tiebreaker is basically even as we've seen just the matches have been so
Yep.
close.
I'm definitely hoping to see Javon pull through here. At first, we were talking about digital, but I've kept my eye on that little mini drone. Perhaps a tad bit of favoritism, mini drone enjoyers that we are. But just watching him play defense has been really good so far. I've been very impressed with a lot of good bumps and just general annoyance. The bumps have been the biggest one. Just these little nudges, knocking people off balance, and boom, he's like knocked off at least 5 shots that I've noticed. Probably even more than that.
Yeah.
So
All right, maybe we can get our referee to maybe politely remind the players that they should be entering the field as quickly as possible.
uh-oh. Are we gonna get some gates closed on people? Metaphorical gates. Pure disaster incoming.
Yeah.
Thankfully, there are no
There are
gates to be
literally
closed
no gates in
here.
this. Yeah, so the
There
gates
are
are
no
always
gates.
closed.
Or perhaps you could say, are they always open or always closed? Because you can leave the field. You just have to learn how to fly.
True.
It's an interesting question, that's for sure. One that we perhaps do not have the time to ponder on, as all 6 robots have showed up. Rest in peace is the animation, as somebody decided to reset the field there. But that's fine. We'll get into it regardless. Match number 7, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yep, that's correct.
Perfect. No bounce outs so far. Every ball going in. Let's see how the bounce outs look. 1 blue, 1 red going in. Score is dead even. Red
Pretty
is going to chip
even.
1 more in right before auto ends, but blue snuck another one in as well, and this is dead even coming out of auto. Javon being a menace as always, just really messing with 2 robots at once. Trevor too afraid to go away from the launch pad there as
Oh.
Dylan snipes his teammate's ball and pays the price for it, missing both shots thanks once again to Javon. And even despite all of this going on here, Blue
Blue
Lions
still
currently
looking
has the
good.
lead. Just as I say that, Red fires 3 in, and just even more defense. Look at all this just tangling up on the field going on. Nobody is scoring right now. Thank you, Digital.
Oh, that
Trevor
is.
taking a reset. Might have been illegal there.
Yeah.
It's a little disoriented coming out of that reset. Some commentators cursing them. I know. Every time I start speaking, it just things change. I say nobody's scoring, Digital starts scoring. I say this has been a clean match. Watch, give it like 5 seconds. I thought for a
Too
moment
late.
there
Too
Trevor was
late.
it was really
Oh,
close.
there we
Oh my
go.
goodness.
There we
There it
go.
is.
Yeah.
Blue Lions securing a lead here. I just need to like not talk whatsoever. Any word that comes out of my mouth is a curse, it seems.
We'll say
As
that
Red Alliance is gonna try and bridge the gap.
blue is
As I
looking
say
pretty
that,
good here. Oh
you
my,
know, oh,
Javon.
maybe we should just play a silent match.
Yeah. Oh,
Just let it play.
there's a
Oh
possession foul.
no.
It's
It's
all
just
falling
falling
apart.
apart. We're in the end game. Javon is playing with fire. You do not want to be that close to the hangar. Please remember that this is a end game time pyramid. All right, I can't speak anymore. Javon's gonna keep cycling. Javon needs to be careful though. 7 seconds left. Red robot's
Oh,
going
Trevor.
up. Blue robot almost up. Trevor's almost up. I think even
Oh,
with
he
that, oh, he
falls.
falls. Oh, but it's
It's
not going to matter because Onchill falls as well.
so we're
Rough.
under review, unsurprisingly.
Yep. We had a potential illegal reset, I think, in the middle of that match, among potentially, uh, other things. Could you just imagine for a moment if I, went on to like an FRC event and was doing game announcing and you just hear like the auto pyramid, you know?
Yeah.
That'd be a fun experience. I almost said experiment. Oh dear.
Words are hard today. All right, looks like score will stand.
Alrighty. Pretty quick and painless review there. Dylan taking the MVP on that. And speaking of Dylan, Crypto has been dethroned, and Dylan is now in second with the highest point total, but it is currently in Trevor's favor at 4-1, and we only have 3 matches left. This is getting very, very tense. Digital, not in the best of spots, but it's not awful, you know? Digital plays against Onshil for 2 of these matches, and with Javon for 2 of them. So it's mostly between, I think, Digital and Onshil, I think, are kind of fighting for please no, as we would put it.
Yep.
And meanwhile, at the top, Crypto, Dylan, and Trevor, definitely none of these players are out of it yet, from what I've gathered. But this match is going to be very important. Match 8 is usually a critical tipping point for the division. After this, you'll usually have players that are either potentially demoting or players that are potentially promoting. They will often have a match together after match 8, and that match means quite literally nothing because you both go up and down the same values. So,
Exactly.
but instead of thinking about theoreticals, we're going to actually see match 8 now. So let's see how this goes. Red has already put 5 in, but Blue does not want to be outdone. Almost getting a little bit of a clog, but not too bad, thankfully. All the balls are going to come out. And here we go. Couple seconds left for the scoring. Red is going to sneak 2 more in, and they're going to be off to a good start. Javon is trying to score 2 balls here. Gets them in. Ooh, beautiful angle, and it just goes in, goes out. Just like that. You love to see it if you're the Red Alliance, but right as I'm saying that, things are actually going back in Blue Alliance's favor. Of course, commentator's curse strikes true, so Red immediately sinks 5 in, and now it's back in Red's favor.
Yep.
This is getting
And
close. Ooh, Javon playing with a little bit of fire, but again, Mini Drone is able to get a little closer than a shooter can
I think
to those launch
I think
pads.
Javon is actually playing with a
Ooh.
digital fire, rather than a little bit of fire, you might say.
That's a good one. And we actually see multiple blue balls just going wide once more.
Oh, good bump.
And
Oh, one
only
misses.
dislodges 1, but 1 is more than 0. Is wow, Digital narrowly avoids that launch pad there. Good stuff
Oh,
there. And
nice. Picks
looks
one up.
like Digital picks one up.
Yeah.
Onshield getting a little too close to the fire. um, and Red is starting to pull away with this game here. So we're gonna see right as I say that, it looks like 2 shots in from Dylan, followed up by a third. Unfortunately, both of Cryptos go wide, courtesy of Javon. We're gonna see another 3-ball cycle coming in, a bounce out from Red. And this is getting close. We are now in the end game. This is once again, as we've seen time and time again, this is neck and neck. Crypto's going to get a 3-ball cycle in, very important, and is now going to go for that climb. We see 4 robots going up. Let's see how this ends up. Javon's going to keep shooting. Another 2 in there. Dylan's going to get another one. Oh, sorry, not in. Spoke a little too soon, but now is going to go for the climb. 4 seconds left.
And
Neither
up.
Oncho nor Crypto's
Oh,
up.
a
And
fall.
Crypto falls, but so does Digital. If Crypto just stayed up, they might have actually, no, unfortunately,
Wouldn't have been
Crypto had to get
enough.
that traversal there. Went for it, just couldn't quite make it. And that's going to be time on that match. Surprisingly pretty clean match all around. Just one little launch pad happened, which didn't really change the outcome of this game too much. Red having an advantage almost the entire game through, only falling slightly behind in Teliop, but more than making it up in every other aspect.
All right, so 2 matches to go.
Trevor coming out of nowhere. We weren't really talking about Trevor at all, but look at him go. Look at that, 5-1 with only 2 matches left. That's going to be hard to dislodge, especially since he has the highest total points out of anybody in the division. It's like a double whammy, you know?
Yep.
And we will see here Onshil plunging to the bottom here. Digital staying afloat for now, although has Division 7 played yet? They have.
Yeah, I think they have. Yep.
Yes. Okay, so no, as of right now, no worries for Division 6 having to deal with a double demotion for any reason. So good stuff there, nothing to worry about. Well, I guess you could worry about Division 8, but that is neither here. Well, it is there, but it's not here. It's definitely not on the players' minds right now. Right now, you just want to dodge 6, and if you're Trevor, you want to hold on to that first, and this match is going to be very important. Win this match, and you've pretty much secured it. Every ball is going to go into the hub here. Red ball goes flying across the field. Thank you, Dylan. We got a little bit of a clog there, but every ball is going to get sorted, and we are once again even coming out of auto. We've been seeing this over and over
Been
and
the
over.
story of this division for sure is just how close these matches have been.
Yep. Whoa. One of the blue balls just kind of did a semicircle around the top of the hub and then just rolls on out. Doesn't do anything useful. Speaking of not useful blue balls, another one bouncing out there. And right as I was about to say that helps the Red Alliance, they have 2 bounce outs right after. So this game, again, pretty much neck and neck. Slight advantage to Red Alliance right now. Bigger advantage for Red Alliance, but Crypto's going to answer back. Never mind. There goes. Wait, yes, maybe. I don't know. I can't tell what's going on half the time. As soon as you think it's going one way, it's going a different way.
Ooh, a
As
possession
Javon,
foul.
ooh, Digital not noticing how many balls he had in his possession there. Really good play from Javon. And unfortunately, that third ball goes flying across the field. Another blue ball just not going into the hub. You need to get it in the hub. We got a minute left. Red Alliance slightly pulling ahead.
Ooh.
Onchill once
Oh,
again. Oh,
oh,
Dylan getting tagged
oh.
by Javon. Digital
Javon
getting very
just
close.
so smart there, abusing that those blue cargo were
Oh,
there.
so close between Onchill and Dylan.
Yep.
Almost gets tagged with another foul. That would have been
Somehow
almost
it's
game
still neck
over.
and neck despite all these fouls on Blue Alliance. They've just been outscoring Red Alliance so hard, but the fouls really keeping Red in this.
Yep. And once again, I saw a little bit of it. We're seeing a few nudges here and there from Javon. Just one ball missed here, one ball missed there, and it's going to really try and make it count. We're down to 22 seconds. Javon needs to be very
Oh my
careful.
goodness.
Is getting just
Blue's got to climb
ganged up
here.
on right now.
Javon's
Blue
blocking
needs to
lots of
climb instead of
climbs.
trying to hold back a
Yeah.
mini drone. You're committing way too many resources with 10 seconds left. That might be the end of the match.
Oh, here we
You know,
go.
these little decisions matter. Look at them go up,
Macro
though.
making a
Digital goes up,
difference.
Crypto goes
Oh
sideways,
no.
and Dylan misses the climb. And that's going to spell the end of the match. And barring anything, any ref rulings here, that would secure the division for Trevor, it looks like.
Yep. And the
Ah,
score is locked in.
so, so close. Look at the auto and teleop. It was so much better, but those 2 fouls and the disastrous end game ended up making the big difference here. Crypto trying his hardest, but just couldn't quite make it.
Yep.
And so we have one more match left here.
So it's going to be between Crypto and Digital Fire on whoever demotes.
This is true. However, as we've already noted, Trevor has taken this division and will be promoting to Division 5 just in time for the last week. If you're Trevor, you're like, all right, the plan, don't get demoted.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Although I will say, being Division 5 on the last week is pretty nice because even if you get demoted, you'll be the
For
31st ranked player.
yeah, first in line for
And
anybody who's not playing.
and we are absolutely going to have at least 1 or 2 declines from my knowledge from the top players here. So, yeah, if you're Trevor, you're walking away really happy. You've all pretty much entirely secured your position in the championship at this point. So, definitely a good feeling to walk away from. Meanwhile, Digital and Onchill definitely going to be fighting to, I believe it's Digital, no, Digital and Crypto. Sorry, we were looking at these 2
Yes.
potentially to like win the
Those
division.
Those are the
Digital was
two.
the favorite at the beginning, I believe. That was our pick to win the division, and then Crypto came out blazing at the first 6 matches. Sorry, and now both of them are fighting just to stay afloat. You really need to stay afloat. If you drop to Division 7, it's going to be rough for your chances to get into the championship.
Ooh.
Everything on the line. Crypto decides not enough is on the line. Gets a
Yeah.
holding penalty.
Let's put some more
So,
pressure on myself.
woo! And another, oh my goodness, I just saw like 5 different blue balls just collide in midair and only one goes in. It just went from bad to worse, and even worse for the blue lines. Another bounce out, another bounce out, another one off the rim. It went from bad to worse to terrible in record speed. Oh my goodness. Dylan, again, looks like luckily managed to get 2 of them in, but Anshul needs to be careful. Anshul needs to be very careful.
Able to
Manages
get
to get
out.
out of that. And yet, despite
Oh
everything
my
just going
goodness.
wrong for the Blue Alliance, somehow it's gone even worse for the Red Alliance. They are almost dead even. And yeah, speaking of that, there's a red bounce out. Yet another.
Oh
Oh,
no,
Dylan
Dylan.
getting a holding. Didn't notice the third red ball. Crypto
Crypto.
getting a holding and missing 2. Just as soon as it was closed, the penalties start kicking in again. More bounce outs. Everybody's just having bounce house syndrome. We'll run with that. That was not my intention, but we're gonna, we're gonna run with it. And another one off the rim. Just, oh man, this is such a messy game. We've got a minute left, and this is just looking rough for everyone. Anshul needs to be careful. Anshul is going to be in disaster zone. Not only gets
Scores
a
a blue
holding
ball.
foul, but scores a blue ball. Really wants to keep Blue's chances alive. Down to
Yeah.
40 seconds. Oh my goodness. That's about all I can sum up from here. Red's going to get a 3-ball cycle in. Blue's going to get another ball in. We are down to the end game, our last end game of Division 6. Dylan needs to be careful, needs to shoot that. A 4-ball barrage could make the difference here. Another 2 in for Blue, a bounce out for Red, and we got the climbs coming. Blue needs to climb. They only have 1 climber. Dylan gets another in. Where's our climber? Crypto's
Huge
been
climb here
blocked by
from
Javon.
Digital. They're putting the
Oh
pressure
my
on for
goodness.
Red. Oh,
Dylan
it's
needs to get a climb here.
Oh, the fall from
Oh,
Anshul.
Anshul falls!
Oh no.
And that's going to seal, I believe, Digital's fate there, despite putting
Yeah.
up 73 points. It just was not enough. It was not Digital's day, unfortunately. And I believe that should end it. Yeah, unfortunately, Digital, despite having a very respectable points, total points contribution there, it's going to go down to Division 7. And once again, we already knew who the winner was, but a proper congratulations to Trevor for showing up 7-1, highest total points as well, winning the division. You can actually see in this game, despite how just utterly disastrous that was for Blue. I mean, 12 penalty score. You do not want to see that. Look at their teleop score. It was so much higher.
Yeah.
Blue just kept scoring cargo after cargo after cargo, and Red just didn't seem to have an answer. And then the climbs fell apart, and that's all it takes. You can see a 15-point margin, and that was largely in those climbs. And well, really the the teleop score. If it wasn't for all those penalty points, this would have been heavily Blue's favor. So, sometimes that's the way the dice roll. So